What's up, people? Yu-Gi-Oh! Master 88 here, and this is going to be a different type of video for you guys today. Today I'm going to pretty much discuss my life with autism. So I'm not going to waste any of you guys' time. I'm going to get started. Basically, I think it's best to start from the very beginning. Um, Basically, here's the rundown. Basically, when I was little, I was showing signs all the time to my parents that something wasn't right. Something was wrong. And what I mean by that is couldn't stay still for even a few seconds. I would have a lot of tantrums. I would just have so much energy. It was insane. I mean, I was just a, a little ball of fire. But basically, the time came when I was taken to my pediatrician, and he wanted to run some tests. So he and two specialists did a whole bunch of tests on me. They went through the book with me. And it came down that I was diagnosed with ADD, ADHD, and autism. A little bit, and they also told my family that I also had OCD as well. I don't know how severe. I don't remember how severe it was back then, um, but I had it. Basically, it wasn't very easy growing up with autism. I mean, school especially was extremely tough. I mean, from pre-K to pretty much the end of middle school, it was pretty difficult. I hardly had any physical friends outside of my school to hang out with. I was pretty much mostly alone most of the time. I would either be playing video games or watching TV or something like that. Or, in most cases, I'd be outside most of the time. Because the thing is, for a little guy back then, I was in pretty good shape. Um, but anyway, pre-K, don't remember most of it. I think it was okay, but the one thing I do remember, and this is one of the good things about my autism, that I absolutely thank myself for every day, and I remember this moment. Basically, the teachers along the aid were having trouble with the computer system, and it was a Macintosh, one of the old school ones. And they couldn't quite get it to work, and I was just sitting in front of it doing nothing, and they pretty much left me alone for just a few seconds. They got back about 5-10 seconds later. The computer was fixed. I don't remember how I did it. I don't. I wish I could, but I don't. But basically, they were shocked. They called my mother, who couldn't believe it. And that's pretty much one of the highlights of my life in pre-K. Elementary school was a pretty big challenge for me. I mean, I had a lot of aides to help me out. Um, well, assistants. Um, well, school aides, assistants, whatever you want to call them. Anyway, basically, I have had a lot of help because from the time I was in preschool to the time I graduated high school, I was in the special education program for the mentally disabled, and basically, I did okay at first. Made a lot of good friends there. Everything was going good. got in trouble a whole bunch of times, but kids will be kids, Middle school was a little different. A little different cuz by the end of my elementary school career and the beginning of my my middle school career, there were a couple of occasions where me and the classmates would do a play. And I kid you not, people, and this is the absolute truth. To this very day, even though I'm working on this, I have stage fright. I pretty much lock up in front of people because I'm so afraid of what will happen or what they're going to think when I perform and stuff, but that's pretty much the whole deal. But I am working on that as one of my goals this year. Um, but anyway, back to the story. Sorry to get off topic. So basically, on a few occasions, me and the classmates did a few plays here and there, and I shockingly got through them. Um, um, the My high school career was pretty interesting. Because for the time being, I was home. Me, and I was pretty much homeschooled for a short amount of time because in middle school, I I don't remember why this happened. It still questions me this day. I think I was bullied or something. I don't know. I don't remember. But I was taken out of middle school early on around 2002 when I was put into homeschooling. 2004, I'm back into the system. 2004 onwards was pretty much good for high school. I mean, my grades were really good. 2007, around 2006, I mean, is when I moved down here to Florida from my home state, which I am originally from Ohio. Shout outs to Ohio. Uh, Basically, graduating and finishing up my high school career was one of the best things I could have done, and I'm forever thankful to the people who have helped me through that. I mean, if it wasn't for them, I don't think I'd be sitting here right now. Which leads to pretty much currently. Um, so basically, after I graduated high school, like 1 year later, 2008, I decided to make a YouTube channel, which is this. This channel, I'll just throw a little bit about my channel's history in here because this has a bit to do with this. My channel's history has had a few variations. The very first variation of my channel, though, was me doing Let's Plays, which I did off and on between 2008 and to but currently a couple years ago. When I switched the channel to a tech computer Yu-Gi-Oh channel, which is what it currently is right now. But basically, in the beginning stages of my YouTube career, I sucked. I completely sucked. I was horrible. My microphone and stuff, equipment was so bad then. Ugh. I cringe at that. I really do. Um, but 2010 is when I started to have a bit of improvement. I had a different computer back then, which was I was using Windows Vista at the time, and I had the skills necessary to modify the system, reduce the lag a little bit, so things can work better. And it turns out it worked really nice. So that computer, which was a Dell Inspiron 1500, that was my main production machine from 2011 to about 2000 and I don't remember the exact day, to be honest. I think from 2011 to 2012. I honestly can't remember. I don't. My memory is For those who don't know, I have short-term memory loss, so it's hard for me to remember things for even a second. But anyway, people, but yeah, after that computer dies, I get the HP one, which I used up until 2017 when I got this monster in front of me. This lovely, lovely HP desktop, which it's amazing. But yeah, basically, I will say one of the benefits to my autism is I'm glad I am efficient at using electronics, fixing them, and so on and so forth. That's the one thing I like about it. There's a whole bunch of other things I don't like about it, but that could be for another video later on. But basically, my life currently with autism is just great. I'm in a couple autism groups on Discord. I don't have permission to say their names currently, but maybe someday I will say who they are. Um, I'm also in a whole bunch of other Discord groups, a few Yu-Gi-Oh communities, a few Yu-Gi-Oh roleplay communities, which I do roleplay occasionally. I used to be proficient at roleplaying in Yu-Gi-Oh. Here's the thing, people. I can play a villain so well. I really can. And the thing is, when you have the villain mindset, you can be one scary person. Playing the hero, I can do pretty well too. But basically, um, um, aside from the Yu-Gi-Oh groups and the autism groups I'm in, I am in a few wonderful Linux groups. And they're just flat out amazing. So, to all the people that I know on Discord, and I know you're going to watch this, thank you. Thank you for impacting my life um, um, on bringing me to Linux and teaching me what to do. I'm talking to you on my Linux groups. And to the people that I don't know or have never met, you in some way, shape, or form have made me a better person. So to you guys, thank you. I could not say thank you enough. Um, a few people that I do want to take the time and thank for being such a huge part of my life and my channel over the past over the past year. Um, Steve's very own, Toss, Switch, Ben, Benny Boy, uh, Vince, all of you. From the bottom of my heart, I want to seriously thank you so much. You guys, you guys have no idea how much you impact me. You guys inspire me to do better, and I've gotten better over time. It's a very slow road, but I'm getting there. It's just taken me a bit because out of all the Linux YouTubers, I'm one of the slowest ones to get into the race. But seriously, people, thank you. Thank you for inspiring me. Thank you for teaching me. Thank you for being my friend. If it wasn't for all of you, I don't know where I'd be at right now. So thank you. Um, Also, a few things. Also, a few other things before I wrap this up. Um, the one, the the other people I do want to thank is my family, because I know if it wasn't for them, I wouldn't be sitting here right now and talking to you all about my amazing autistic life. So to my family, I love you all and thank you. Um, just one other thing before I wrap this up. What was it? Oh, yes, yes. Basically, I do have a few funny moments about my autistic life that I want to bring to you guys. And I do find this funny, even though it hurt. It was funny. Basically, um, many moons ago, when me and my family were living on our farm in Ohio. It's a huge farm, by the way. It's massive. I was pretty much walking in the creek, just walking along the hillside of it. It's a slant that goes this way. Basically, I was just walking. All of a sudden, my foot slips. I do I by accident backflip onto the ground, and just let you know before I say what happens next, it's winter, by the way, when this happens. I fall on the ice into the water. Mm, it was cold, but at the same time, I remember I was laughing my butt off. I don't know why I thought it was funny, but there was something about it that was just funny. Um, Another thing about another autistic moment that, and I remember this all too well. Uh, basic. Actually, was this a moment? No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't. I thought it was, but it wasn't. But that's pretty much one of the moments I have where my autism sort of brings a bit more to my sense of humor, basically. But anyway, I think that's pretty much all I want to divulge. I hope you enjoyed my autistic life story. I appreciate you all watching this, and from the bottom of my heart, guys, thank you. Thank you so much for being there for me. But anyway, I'm gonna head off here and get ready for the PC Linux OS live stream, which will be in about 40 minutes. So with that being said, I will see you there at 6 p.m. And until then, this is Yu-Gi-Oh! Master 88 saying see you later.